New Zealand. Let's go.
The undisputed
Coming up, the final pay-per-view event for 2025 is here. We look ahead to UFC 323. Champion Alexandre Pantoja shares his thoughts on Kai Kara-France's UFC departure.
I think he make a mistake, you know.
And the UFC is returning to Sydney with good news for locals. Kia rite mai. Kia ora e te iwi, no mai hara mai ki UFC on Sky, ko Ravinda Hunia tōku ingoa. Now, at the weekend, there was no UFC, but that will change this weekend when UFC 323 goes down from Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. This event will be headlined by the bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili up against Petr Yan for a second time. And to the co-main event, another title clash. The current flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja will be putting it all on the line against rising star Joshua Van. And I had the pleasure of catching up with both of these gentlemen from Las Vegas to talk about their title fight 6 months in the making. Well, Whānau, joining us now, friend of the show here at UFC on Sky, is the flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja. Kia ora and welcome back.
Hey, hello. It's nice to see you again. I hope to see you here, but online, that's good too.
Oh, it's hard to get to Las Vegas from all the way down here in New Zealand. It's pretty far away. We wish we could be there too. But how has Las Vegas been since you've been there? Obviously, it's only 6 months apart and you're fighting at the same venue again.
Yeah, I'm very happy to fight again here in Las Vegas. I love this city that's the city to big shows, you know, and I love to back here. And of course, we have the UFC PI here. We can use the facilities and this make more easy everything, you know, especially the catch weight and everything. And fighting the T-Mobile Arena is so beautiful there. We have like a capacity to like a 200,000 people. Sorry. And I really enjoy fighting here. That's the third time I fight here in December. I fight with Royval in December. I fight with Kaya Sakura in December. And right now with Josh Evans, it's nice to come back here.
Yeah. Does that work in your favor? Obviously familiar, you're used to the temperature, you're used to the environment. How much does this help you when you're preparing to get in the zone for a fight?
I think like the best thing here is the facility, you know, we have an UFC PI and all that. I don't like a lot to the weather here. It's very cold right now. I'm a very stern guy. I like to stay close to the beach, but it's always a very nice to come here to fight. In that opponent, that Joshua Van guy, after my fight to take care of France, I already know who's my next opponent, you know.
Yeah.
And I know he's very hungry guy. He wants this belt, you know. He joined to come to title fight. It's amazing, you know. He make 2025. He's a very good year for him, you know. But I feel very comfortable, you know. I don't want my confidence make me some mistake, but I feel very confident what I can do in December 6th in my fight. You know, I haven't been training a lot. I feel I'm still involved in my game, and have this challenger is very good for me right now.
Because you have faced, you know, a lot of fighters in the flyweight division, obviously, and a lot of them, you know, obviously in the top 10. Joshua Van, you know, just starts a couple of years ago and he's, you know, rocketing his way up the rankings. How refreshing for you to have a new opponent and something different to work towards?
Yeah, that's he's very talented. He's a different guy, you know. He just started to fight like 5 years ago. That's so incredible, you know. And that's so nice to all the guys from this generation, you know. That's very motivation to everybody want to fight in UFC, you know. See someone like a Josh Van, the guy make that Jordan very quick, you know, and he deserved. I don't want to say he not deserved, because after he beat Royval, he make a good statement to that fight, you know, to to get this title shot, you know. But I feel super ready, you know. That fight with someone new in this division, you know. I haven't watched Joshua Van before, and I don't realize I'm fighting with him so early, you know. But he make his movements. The UFC giving him the chance to fight the rival, and he make this title fight happen, you know. And it's a lot of motivation fight with someone like him, you know. I don't want to call him like a kid. He have 24, but I fight with another man, you know, and someone like come to America like me, you know, to follow the American dream, you know. And he take care about his family. He have a beautiful history behind him, and I like to put all that in the table, you know, because when I go to the octagon, I don't just try to fight with the athlete, but I try to fight with the history, you know. And I know I have some tough opponent face me.
I feel like this has a little bit the same like Steve Usyk when you got given Steve Usyk in Brazil. He was quite new on the scene. He rocketed up and got that title shot. They're trying to find a challenge for you, Pantoja, but you just seem to be able to weather the storm and have success there. But you've spoken about your evolution as a fighter. And how with every fight you just appear to get better and better. And although our hearts break because Kai Kara-France is our guy down here, the performance you put on against Kai Kara-France was obviously the best Alexandre Pantoja we have seen to date. So how have you, you know, perhaps made even further adjustments for Joshua Van?
I think I try to follow the same line, you know. I know the way, I know how to climb this mountain because I have this I seen the top before, you know. I know how to win this belt. I know the way to go to follow, you know, and all the time I'm climbing this mountain to evolve my game. I try to put some rocks to still evolve, you know. Go to the gym. I have very good training partners, you know, and very good coaches, and I still push myself all the time, you know. And that's what I want to see Saturday night, you know. I want to see my best version too, you know. And I think I can prove to myself all my choices make the difference, you know. And I'm super excited to see what can I do, you know, versus a tough opponent.
Yeah, for sure. He's young, he's hungry, he's got nothing to lose. So yeah, he'll be wanting to come out and put on a good performance as well. Just on that topic of Kai Kara-France, obviously we've seen him removed from the top 10 in the UFC rankings. I wanted to know if you had any thoughts on that.
I think he make a mistake, you know. I think like he don't we don't have time to do some vacations. I don't know what he do right now, but like I think all the time I finish the fight. I don't want to take too much time off, you know, because when you back to the gym, it's so much hard. You get this position right now. Like I like to compare this like I'm climb mountain, you know, and when you take some days off, you go to the bottle, you know, and start to climb again. It's so hard. You get a shape again. You get your like your physical and sharp. You feel sharp, you know. It's so hard to get there, you know. And you take this time off. I think it's not the best decision, you know. We don't have like a time to lose. I talk about myself right now. I don't will do a lot of things. I'm still in home all the time, you know. I'm enjoying my life, of course, with my family, my wife and my kids, but I don't travel. I don't go out. I'm still at home and go to the training. I don't have time to lose, you know. This competition is so high right now. And especially on times like right now, you know, we have like a lot of information and everybody's a good athlete right now. And I think it's not the best decision he make, you know.
Speaking about the flyweight division though, and what is happening, obviously you got Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira on this card. Next weekend you got Brandon Royval and Manel Cape. You have fought 3 of those 4 fighters. Tatsuro Taira being the only exception. Are you know, success here? Would you want to have that fight against Taira in the future if he's successful?
No, of course. I think Moreno have more advantages about this fight because he have a very good striking game and a very good grappler. And he's like a veteran, you know. Maybe this can help him right now. But of course, I want a new challenges, you know. Of course, fight with Moreno again is gonna be a present, you know. Moreno is very good fighter. He's involved all the time. But yeah, Tatsu Tada is a very good fight, a very interesting fight. You know, even though Royval or Manel Kape, I feel so happy to this division right now. You know, everything is happening. You know, we put the flyweight division in another parameter. You know, it's different now. It's so entertainment, and I feel so happy and grateful to get this to hold this belt in this moment. You know, and but what I want is win Saturday night versus Josh Van, and maybe can help Kyoji Riguchi, my teammate, come to fight for the title early. You know, that's gonna be a present for me if I can fight with my teammate, someone helping me to get this position.
Nice. That's interesting. But I know you're one of the champions that I can talk to about, you know, fights in the future, and you're very open to talk about that. A lot of champions don't like to talk about that and say, no, I only focus here. But I kind of see you look at the whole board and you're, you know, where can I be successful? Where can I keep growing and keep building? So I've always appreciated that about you. Final question. What would it mean to you to retain the flyweight championship title this weekend?
I think everything I did in my life, you know, helped me to come to this position, you know, everything I did and everything I not did, you know, like I say to you, I don't lose time right now. I put everything in the table, you know, and I think I can prove to myself. And if I won this Saturday, I know make the best choices, and this victory can make me champion in the futures. You know, I know if I'm win, I make the best decisions, and that victory can show it to me I'm the right way.
Absolutely. All the very best this weekend. Always excited to see your fights. And yeah, can't wait to see you back in action in Las Vegas once again.
Yeah. Nice talk to you. I hope to see you soon.
Joining us today, Fano, on UFC on Sky for the very first time is UFC Flyweight, Joshua Van. Kia ora e hoa, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. Good to be here.
Just to clarify, kia ora means hello here in New Zealand.
Hi, kia ora.
Love it, love it. Look, we were over in Las Vegas following Kai Kara France around, you know, in June when you were facing Brandon Royval. And obviously we were there to see something really special happen for you that night. Talk to us about that moment and knowing that, you know, the next step is going to be Pantoja and for the occasion to arrive now.
Well, when they called me for the Royval fight, we knew right there and then that we are next for the title. So it was like, it wasn't like a surprise, you know what I mean? That's why, like, when I get on the cage after I beat him, you know, I'm just like, hey, I'm next, you know.
What was that feeling like being nose to nose with him after he had just had his title fight?
It felt amazing. I don't know how I was feeling because my head was everywhere, you know what I mean? I just won the fight, and then like I don't really go to the UFC event or things like that, and then I get to sit cage size and things like that. So I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So my head was everywhere else, but that, like, you know what I mean? So I don't know how I was feeling at that moment.
All a blur.
Yes.
Did you know that if you won the fight that you'd be going into the cage, you know, to call out whoever was the champion? Or did it just all happen?
Yeah, I just thought, you know, it was regular that, you know, we go to the cage and we face off and things like that. But I wasn't sure because when I asked Hunter, I saw him on cage size and I was like, hey, man, let me do the face off. And then I don't know what he said, but I was like, okay, thank you. And then I was doing my interviews and things like that. And then I don't know where they called me.
Yeah, I remember because we were backstage and I think you were supposed to come around, but then you didn't. They're like, oh, he's going beside the cage. He's waiting up there to go in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, what a moment. What a moment for you. And it hasn't, and it hasn't really stopped. 6 months later, you get that title fight, which, is a pretty good turnaround for Pantoja when you think about, back-to-back
Hmm.
title fights. But you go back to T-Mobile Arena where it all happened against Brandon Royval. So how cool that you get to go somewhere, a familiar environment for this one.
Man, I think I fought in the T-Mobile like 3 in a row now. So I kind of get to I kind of get used to the venues and things like that. So it's just amazing, man. I like Vegas in general. You know what I mean? When we go over there, we gamble a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just a vibe out there. I love it. I love Vegas.
Look, what would it mean for you to win this title?
I mean everything. You know what I mean? Not just for me, but my family, my country. You know what I mean? It's time the world know of Myanmar. So you know what I mean? I'm just trying to put it out there.
And you must be getting so much support from home. I know that your mum's always there with you at the fights, but the support from home, you must be getting heaps of it right now.
Yes, for sure, man. The Myanmar, they support their owns and things like that. So it's just a blessing.
When you are approaching your fights and, you come from this, little place in the world, we kind of relate to that. New Zealand's a tiny place as well, but you get to do all of this, a champion fight in front of the world. Considering this little place you come from, what does it say about you and where you come from and what that means to you?
Man, it means everything to represent my country. You know what I mean? And it just shows that, you know what I mean, whatever you put your mind to, you can go after it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just. I don't know. It's just inspiration for the younger generation. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm just very blessed to represent my country, and just like my auntie told me, man. Now that I fight for my families and my country, it's just feel great.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. A very proud moment for your nation and your family as well. Look, your thoughts on Pantoja? Obviously, we were all in Las Vegas at the same time. You've walked past him now and then. You've come nose to nose to him in the cage. What are you expecting this weekend?
I expect dogfight. You know what I mean? He's Pantoja technical. He's not very technical. You know what I mean? But he's a dog, so I know that he'll bring in the fight and things like that. That's why he's very dangerous. So you know what I mean? Whatever he do, man, we'll be ready. So you know what I mean? So I can't wait.
Yep. And have you envisaged yourself holding that belt yet?
For sure. Yeah, I'll be coming back home with that belt for sure.
I love that. Look, bro, thank you so much for your time today. All the very best for this weekend and all the best of luck. Hoping for you and your people as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, best of luck to those gentlemen indeed. That reminder, whānau, UFC 323, the final pay-per-view event for 2025. We'll see Merab Dvalishvili looking to make UFC history in defending his title 4 times in 2025 against Pieti Jan and, of course, Pantoja versus Van. All the booking details are at Sky Arena or Sky Sport Now. Do not miss that. And before I let you go, whānau, we had some breaking news this week about UFC heading back to Sydney for 2026.
Obviously, you just saw Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. Earlier, Topuria posted, I'm dealing with some personal problems, so I'm not gonna fight the first quarter. So the winner of Gaethje versus Paddy will be the interim title, and then they will face Topuria. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight title. That's a badass fight. O'Malley and Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. And just added like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. And I'm going to announce this for you. 1 week later, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. So that's January 31st, UFC 325 from Sydney, Australia. There's a bunch of other fights on there. I'll tell you later.
So, Fano, those details again, UFC 325 in Sydney, February 1st, 2026. We'll see hometown hero Alexander Volkanovski, the featherweight champion, up against Diego Lopez. Yes, they are running it back to see who will reign supreme down under. And of course, stay up to date with all the updates. There will most definitely be more Kiwis and Australians announced for that card for sure. Thank you for joining me, Whānau. Hei kōna mai.
Is a force of nature.
He's won 14 in a row.
This is nuts.
What he's doing is the stuff of legends, and he's just taken it to a whole new level.
I wish the limit till it break. The heart of the brave, the soul of a legend with the will to be great. Hold up.
Who can beat this guy?
It has to be Petr Yan.
Petr Yan is a savage.
He's just so damn ruthless.
And he is a guy that can put anyone out. They can't break me on back down. I'm like a king, give me my crown.
I am the machine.
Now I prove again. Marab Dvalishvili.
One of the best pound-for-pound fighters.
Petr Yan.
Who will stop me when I'm going?
He's a pure predator.
He goes out there to do damage.
I'm the champion right here.
Alexandre Pantoja, the best in the world.
Who will stop me when I'm going?
This man is one of the greatest of all time.
All he does is win and he just keeps getting better.
Are you entertained now?
Joshua Van.
They can't bring me on back down.
He just continues to decimate his opposition.